Okay, everybody. I don't know if you can see me. I'm trying this again. I don't feel like I'm terribly good at this whole live thing. I find it very, very challenging. Okay, let's keep. I'm trying to find myself here on the iPad so that I can see what you guys are saying. Okay, I don't know why, but my live stream is not coming up on my iPad. Okay, I see that Rachel has said hello. I'm still not getting it on my iPad, so I don't know why not. Hello, Rachel. Okay, there. Okay, now I am able to see what you're saying. I still have this rotated the wrong way. Let's see. No, I don't know how to turn it out of portrait mode. This is crazy annoying to me. Hey, Cats Gallery, how is everybody? Thanks for joining. So I haven't done a live for a long time. I only did one before, and it wasn't without its problems too. Oh, you have to put it in the mode you want before you go live. Annoying. Oh, okay. Well, because I had started another live one, Rachel, and it was doing the same thing. So I have not figured out how to do this. I also am not sure that I was successful in posting a notification that I was planning on going live at 8 o'clock. So did any of you actually see a notification from me to that effect? Well, hello, Rosebud. Thanks for joining in tonight. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. I've had a pretty good day. Went to see my dentist and had a big long nap in the afternoon. I didn't sleep well last night. So yeah, I really needed to catch up on my Z's. Okay, I gotta get this light pad on. Okay, there we go. All right, so I am going to be, okay, first I wanna know, how annoying is everyone finding this turned portrait mode? Should I try this again? And like get off and then come back on in landscape. Hello, Francine. Hello, Diamond Painting with Eskies. All right, so I think one of the reasons I don't do lives too often is that quite apart from the challenge that I have with the technology, is that I find it, oh, thank you, Rachel. Okay, I'll just keep going. I find it challenging to keep track of the conversation as well as have a meaningful diamond painting experience. But I guess this is not all about the diamond painting experience. So if I don't get a lot of diamond painting done tonight, I think that's okay. All right, so I'm just going to try and angle the camera a little bit better so that it shows more of what I'm working on. Okay, I think that's all right. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, still not as close up as I would like, but oh well. So I am now working on a swath of red for the Japanese princess's kimono. Oh, and I stuck the plastic to the canvas. So let's just go at this. I haven't used my big drill boat for a long time, not since I started working on the multi-drill boat holder. So anyway, this will give me an opportunity. And I'm also thinking of trying maybe one of the multi-placers, the bigger multi-placers tonight, but we'll see. Cat's Gallery, I just opened up my China mail for the pink eye. It was shown on Kicking Cancers, but oh, I saw that one, yes. And what I received is not what was on the video. Oh, that is a drag. Rachel, I'm so glad that you were able to stop in even for a short visit. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Have a great night. Hello, Coal Camp Crafter. All right, let's try and get these drills organized, straightened out. Okay, that's not too bad. Where did I put my pens? Here they are. I'm going to be working primarily with my multi-placer, I think, for the next little while. So get that out. I'll get the other ones out that I want to be using. There. Okay. So I am working on the L symbol here. Don't forget to set a moderator. I have no idea what that is. Hi, Jill. Hello, Tail Whip Cox. All right, so I have a big swath. This is the biggest swath that I've had of a color since I started working on this diamond painting some time ago. So for those of you who have been following what I've been up to, I am working on the Japanese Princess, and I am down to the third last 3-inch bit. So I'm pretty excited about that. I won't be able to finish it before I make my next trip to London, but it's the goal. The end is within sight, and she's turning out beautifully. A moderator is someone who can block trolls. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Well, let's hope that there won't be any trolls because I don't know how to set a moderator. I'll have to figure out how to do that before my next live. But tonight, we'll just ignore any trolls. I love my 4-drill placer too. It's great. I use the 3 and the 4 because I find with the 3 I can flip it over and do 2, whether it's 2 together or 1 and then a blank and then another one. I like the 3 placer because it's so versatile, and I like the 4 placer because 4. Yeah, so I am wondering what is going on with everybody. It's been, well, I kind of filled you in on what was going on with me over the weekend when I did the drill and chat, and it hasn't really been all that exciting for me since then. I've had a pretty quiet week. I got a whole bunch of China mail, so I've been very busy shooting videos, and I'm going to be out of town for the next little while. Well, I leave on Friday or Saturday morning. I'm not sure which day yet. And so I want to make sure I've got videos up for, if not every day that I'm away, they'll be released at least every second day. I've actually got video, like I've shot videos now that'll take me through to at least mid-June. So I have tons and tons of stuff coming up. So am I the, okay, someone who deals with trolls? I have 4 DPs started. 4 DPs started. Wow, that is a lot. I consider it a big deal when I have more than one on the go at a time. At one point I was working on 2 because I wanted to finish one that was a real pain in the butt, and I didn't have the heart to work on it straight on. So I rewarded myself by working on this one every other day. And then I realized because I didn't want to work on the other one, I wasn't working on this one because it was every other day, and that was my rule to myself. So then I bit the bullet and I said, fine, I'm just going to finish the other one, and then my reward will be that I get to work on this one all day. So, or every day rather. Well, hello, Viv. It's been a while. I hope you've been well. I could have used a 4-placer there. Oh well. So I've been watching as many diamond painting videos as I can, and I have noticed that I am not the only person lately who seems to be taken by the Special Shapes diamond paintings. They're popping up all over. Everybody's getting them, and they're just so much fun. Like, am I alone on this group that's on right now in terms of just all of a sudden being crazy about Special Shapes partials? Well, if you want to share with us what you've been busy with, Viv, that would be great. So I got to tell you guys, there are some diamond painting channels that I've been watching pretty much since I started diamond painting. One of them is Fancy Nancy Diamond Painting. I got to tell you, I absolutely love her channel. I love her energy. I love her positivity, and yet she's no wimp. I don't know. I spent time on the weekend catching up on a whole bunch of her videos that I hadn't watched because I'd been busy for a while. And it was just so nice to be able to hang out with her and listen to her and Charlie and BB hear about their exploits. It really does feel like you're sort of in a community when you're watching your regular channels. Oh, Coal Camp. Be careful about buying the first one of your Special Shapes, because the first one might cause you to have a whole new kind of addiction, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, just be careful what you start there, lady. Joe, I'm totally with you. You finished 5 of them, April. Wow. Oh, I didn't know you had a tools and accessory business, Viv. That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for information on that at some point. Maybe you could share a link to your store here so that those of us who don't already know about it can check you out. Tracy Lynn, hi. Your first dining, okay, so Tracy Lynn, you just ordered your first diamond painting kit ever? Oh, wow. You are in for such a treat. Tell us all about it. What did you get? I haven't heard of Home Craftology. There are a lot of little stores out there. Is it an AliExpress store or is it a store on Facebook or eBay or something? Okay? So you know what? I'm reacting to Cole Camp Crafter who purchased the Crystal Garden and isn't very happy with it. I have heard in various videos that I've seen that sometimes the crystal rhinestone diamond paintings don't have the same depth, and the colors are either too dark or they're too washed out. There aren't generally as many different colors as there are in the same painting done in regular round or square drills. But you know what? For me, like you guys see what I'm, how I'm working here. I've just got, a little strip of my diamond painting uncovered, and I've got like a protective cover on the finished part of it. And I store all my supplies up above. I'll tilt my camera for a second just to show you my setup here. There, I don't want to make you fall out of the holder. Yeah, so my diamond painting is underneath all this stuff, and I've got that IKEA shelf liner on top of it to protect it so that, it doesn't get scratched or anything like that. And so all I ever see of a diamond painting is just that little tiny bit that I'm working on. Oh, and now I pulled the shelf liner down. Okay. And so for me, and this is just me, I can't speak for anybody else's preferences. For me, it doesn't matter what the diamond painting is going to look like at the end. Most of the diamond paintings I do these days, I do because I want to work on them. I'm not as fussed about, I'm not overly fussed anyway, about putting them up. So for the period of time that I'm working on them, those crystal drills, they just make me so happy. They're so brilliant and they're shiny, and they just, I don't know, it just makes me so crazy happy to work on them. So I've actually bought 4 kits from the Lao Ji Yuan store on AliExpress. That's one of the that's the only one that I know of that offers all of their paintings in pebble, round, pebble being the crystal rhinestones, round or square. So you can choose. And the prices I think the prices are the same regardless of which type of stone that you pick. And so I ordered from them and I got the 4, and they look fantastic, and the drills are just so crazy sparkly, and I can hardly wait to start on them. And I know they may not look great when they're finished. That doesn't matter to me, because even if I covered my doors and my ceilings, there is not enough space in this condo. There's not enough surface space in this condo for me to put all of the diamond paintings that I have done and plan to do. So most of them are just going to go into a folder and be something that I can look at and enjoy, just from time to time. So it doesn't matter to me what the finished product is going to look like on a lot of these. It's just the idea of placing the drills. That's why for me, it's all about the color of drills that I get. I absolutely choose my diamond paintings because of the colors. And one of the other things I've noticed recently about what I buy is I tend not to buy stuff that's got a lot of color blocks. I tend to buy things that have tons and tons and tons of confetti. Who else likes confetti as much as I do? Well, I got a couple of There we go. Okay, I got to catch up on the comments now. So diamond painting with Eskies, you got something from DAC that you didn't like? Holy smokes. That's the other thing that I've noticed on the YouTube videos, the channels that I follow, is that DAC, Diamond Art Club, is everywhere. And I've ordered from them once, and yes, it was a beautiful kit, and it was, you know, the picture at the end was beautiful, and the experience of working on it was excellent. But the art that they choose is not to everyone's taste. It's not always to my taste. I mean, I like Mandy Manzano a lot. But I wouldn't want to buy, you know, 10 Mandy Manzanos. And yeah, so I don't know. I've been trying for my channel to buy things from companies that maybe aren't used quite, so that I can, you know, let my subscribers know what my experiences are, you know, with the ordering and the shipping and all of that stuff. I've started ordering on Alibaba as well, and there's a few videos coming up from my Alibaba orders. So so that was interesting. I don't want to get too much into it tonight, but yeah, I'll be ordering from Alibaba again because it's good, and it's good, and the prices that you can get are really, really amazing. Like, you wouldn't be able to get those even on AliExpress necessarily, and they're essentially owned by the same company. Oh, the crystal poppies. That's what got me into crystal and the whole bit. The crystal poppies, which I saw on Lovecraft Forever and fell in love with when she did it. Yeah, I had to have them. And then I was so absolutely smitten when I did my first one myself. So what I'm doing here, I don't know if you guys can see that. I put a diamond. So what I'm doing here, I don't know if you guys can see that. I put a diamond on each end of my drill pen. And then, where did I do it? Here. I had two that needed to be filled in, and so that's how I do that. Because if you can use a drill pen to fill in multiple spots, even if there's a different color in between, why not do it? Just goes a little bit faster. Do it. Just goes a little bit faster. And I've got so many diamond paintings. I think I'm up to 145 or something like that. I think I've done about 20 of them. 140, 44, 100, something like that. Certainly in the low 144, 100, something like that. Certainly in the low 140s since my last order. And so I have to start going faster on these because they're never all going to get done at the rate that I'm going. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so let's see what else is going on. Well, hello, Lynn. I'm very well this evening. How are you? I'm very well this evening. How are you? I'm so glad that you're able to join us tonight. Tell me what's going on with you and your husband. Is his name Steve? Am I remembering that correctly? I'm terrible with names. So I hope I saying that correctly. I'm terrible with names. So I hope I hope I'm not setting you up with the wrong husband here. Tracy Lynn, you're working on a peacock. Okay. I have fallen in love with peacocks since I started diamond painting. Since I started diamond painting. I think there are so many diamond paintings with peacocks for a very good reason. They really are the most incredibly beautiful things. And there's so many different versions of them. And there's so many different versions of them. And so, you know, at first I was thinking, oh, I'm buying too many diamond paintings with peacocks. But they're all different. They're all different. And if you get a round versus a square versus a special shapes, I now have versus a square versus a special shapes. I now have, special shapes. I think I have a crystal one, or maybe that's a phoenix. I think it's a phoenix. Yeah, it's a phoenix. Or a crystal drill one, the pebble one from Lao Ji Yuan. And yeah, I am totally into Yuan. And yeah, I am totally into peacocks. I haven't ordered from Star Roar yet. I have watched the videos, and like a number of videos from people who have reviewed their unboxings. And so it's a company that I do plan to buy from, but again, because I'm trying to search out different stores that people might not have bought from yet, because I know all of you are following lots of people on YouTube, and so I just, I want to bring you something that maybe you haven't seen from 5 other people yet. I'm not always good at that. Like, I mean, I thought I was onto something new when I started ordering all these, special shapes kits. But by the time they arrived in the mail, I was seeing tons of videos from the people that I subscribe to who are also buying the kits. So it's just, it's just also buying the kits. So it's just, it's just what's happening in the diamond painting world right now. And I guess it's good that I'm not out of step with it. Whoops, okay. Whoops, okay. I'm up to my 3rd diamond painting, Tracy Lynn. Wow, okay. So are you working on rounds or squares or partials or what all is everybody working on? Because I'm always interested in that too. Some people really, really like the partials, and I tend not to go for partials. I think I've bought a few. Of them by accident. And if they're special shapes, of course they're partials, and that, well, yeah, they're partials, usually. So, there is that. But I want to sit down and have, I don't know, for me it's the placing the diamonds, like I say. So to buy a canvas that doesn't have a lot of diamonds to place, it's not what I do. Yet. Maybe the time will come where that's going to be exactly what I want to do, because I'm learning that I get different moods. And so that's something else about diamond painting that I love, is that there's something to satisfy every mood. You know, you want a partial? Great, you can do a partial. You want something sparkly, even more sparkly than regular? Great, you can do a special shapes or a crystal drill, whatever. Yes, he's on his way home from golfing. I just fed my reptiles and that wanted to eat. Okay, Lynn, now this makes a lot of sense to me because you always add reptile emojis in your comments, and I've always wondered why. So tell me what kind of reptiles you have, because some of them are super cute. Even some snakes can be kind of interesting. I was afraid of snakes until my daughter, when she was in, I don't know, kindergarten or something like that, they had Little Ray's reptile zoo come into the school, and they had a bunch of snakes, and my daughter was playing with the snakes, and I thought, well, I can't not play with a snake when she's playing with snakes. So I did, and once I got over the initial ick factor, it was pretty interesting. I quite enjoyed it. Okay, I did that wrong. That was not what I wanted to do. Okay. Let's see. Let me catch up here. Hi, Cassie. Ragnar. He's the sexy guy from Vikings. Oh, you know what? I have not watched that show yet. I have so many shows in my various, lists, subscription lists and so forth on Netflix and Crave and all the other channels that I have, and it's hard to keep up. So Vikings is one. I think I might have seen an episode once, and I thought at that time, not into it tonight. And anyway, I'll go back to it because I do like that sort of story a lot. Hello, Lisa Swan. Full round peacock. Okay, that's going to be lovely. You got it from Hobby Lobby. We don't have Hobby Lobbies in Canada. I went online and tried to find it because there's a lot of videos that I watch, and people get great stuff at Hobby Lobby. Unfortunately, we don't have that. I walked into a hobby store when I was in Kitchener visiting my daughter, because it just happened to be beside a restaurant that we were eating at, and I asked them if they had any diamond painting or diamond painting supplies, and they had never even heard of diamond painting. So there you go. Oh, and that reminds me. So you guys know I have this, well, maybe you know, maybe you don't, it doesn't matter. I have this new series that I just launched yesterday or Sunday, I can't remember. I've totally lost track of time in terms of the videos. I call it Diamond Painting 411. For those of you in Canada, you know that we dial 411 when we need information, okay? To get information on a phone number or whatever. So 411 is just a short form for information, just like 911 is emergency. But in Britain, I know that you guys, I think you dial 999 for emergencies. And I don't know what you dial to get directory listings on phones. If it's not 411, and if you wondered why I say, Diamond Painting 411, it's because here it means information. Anyway, so I started this new series, and I kind of want to get into all kinds of information on diamond painting. Like what I would like it to become is sort of a go-to place for diamond painters who want to learn about whatever. And at first I was thinking, I'm going to start with the basics and build up over time. But I actually even after just the first video, and when I've got a list of about, I don't know, 50 or 60 videos that I want to make for this, because they're going to be short videos, as short as I can make them anyway. And I thought, you know what, I want to get to some of these sooner, just because, they're of interest to me, or because I want to learn more about this particular topic. One of the particular topics that I have been searching, that I've started doing some research on, is the history of diamond painting. Like, it seems to just have exploded out of nowhere. Maybe that's just me not knowing where to look for history, but I looked on Wikipedia. There is not even a listing on Wikipedia for diamond painting. I couldn't believe that. Like, I couldn't believe that. I don't have time right now, but I hope somebody starts a Wikipedia page on diamond painting. And so one of the things I want to do is get into the history of diamond painting. Where did it come from? How did it start? Who came up with the idea? It seems to be based a lot in China, but is that because that's where the idea came from? Or is that because that's where the factories that manufacture these things are? These are the kinds of questions that I have about diamond painting, and it's going to drive me crazy not to know. So if the only way that I can know is to do the research and figure it out, then that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll have something new to share with you, because I'm sure I'm not the only person. No, now I want to see it, Lisa. 3 leopard geckos, 1 crested gecko, 1 bearded dragon, 1 veiled chameleon, 1 butterfly agama. I've never even heard of an agama. 1 yellow belly slider turtle. Wow, that is quite a, what is that? Is that, well, herpetology is snakes. Is it all reptiles? I don't know. Anyway, that is quite a little zoo that you've got going there, Lynn. How long have you had your reptilian friends? Okay, let's see. In Australia, emergency is 000. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that. Do you have an information number in Australia, Viv? Oops. What's happening with my wax? I think I need some more wax. Okay, trying to push it in there as deep as possible. I tend to press really hard on my pens. I know Ella says don't do that, but that's what I do. And it seems to work for me. Anyway, I press really hard on my pens. And so wax tends to squish out the side. And I've got a single S here, which I will place right there. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Hello, Michelle. Welcome. I'm so glad you were able to join us. So tell me, am I the only person who's disappointed that Diggy has green things to look after now, and that's taken her away from diamond painting videos? I really enjoyed Diggy 415, and so I'm still keeping an eye on her channel, and I'll watch anything that she posts about diamond painting. But I am not a plant person. I have 1 plant in my condo because I think it would be cruel and unusual punishment to try to care for another one. Not cruel and unusual punishment for me. cruel and unusual punishment for the plant. I'm just not good with plants. I never have been. But I have a Hoya, and I'm hoping it didn't flower last year, the year I got it, but I'm hoping that that it will flower. If not this year, next year. The last Hoya that I had, it took 3 years, I think, before it flowered. Oops. All right. There we go. I have a penguin that's really a cat. Okay, that's pretty funny. Oh, Pippi. No, I know everything's okay with you. You don't need anything. I took you for a walk. If you just want attention, you're gonna have to wait because I have company, baby. I have company. Well, hi, Lisa B. I hope you're doing very well tonight. For everybody who's just recently joined, I hope you're doing very, very well tonight. The sun's going down here. It's, well, I guess, what time is it? 8:44. Holy smokes, the time is just passing like so quickly. Yeah, so it was a beautiful day here in Ottawa, and it's really starting to feel like spring. Just in the last few days, the buds have come out on the trees, and I figure within a week, the trees are going to start looking green. And some of the flowers are starting to come up in the gardens. It's really lovely. We have a really short spring here. Pippi, it's okay, baby. It's okay, honey. She might want to go to bed. So I'm just going to offer her to get in the bedroom. Just a sec, I'll be right back. Come here, baby. You want to go to bed? You want to go to bed? In you go. Go on. Go on. Bed. Bed. Okay, she is not interested in bed, so I think that what she's going to want to do is go out for a walk, which is disappointing because I took her out for a walk shortly before I started this, but oh well. It is what it is. So I'll go for as long as I can, but when she starts making a certain sound, I'm gonna have to cut this off. Yeah, so hopefully that won't be for another few minutes. Well, hello, Diamond in the Rough. You kill cactus, Michelle. I killed a cactus too. Like I figure if you can't grow a cactus, you're better off just leaving the plant life to somebody who actually continues to give them life, because I don't know, just seeing a plant die, it's a sad thing. So I won't put them through it. She was your first DP YouTuber. Oh, that's interesting. I noticed, I assume that you're talking about Diggy. Yeah, because I went through her whole catalog to see, you know, like where she came from and her history and all of that stuff. And she was posting about a year ago. And I asked her in one of our, I don't know, email, I don't know if it was an email or if it was a chat over comments. But I asked her, you know, when did you start diamond painting? And she said she had just started like the year before. So it seems like for a lot of those of us who are on YouTube, we decide to get on YouTube pretty soon after starting diamond painting. And that could be because of the amazing examples that we have in people like Ella and Stitcherista and, you know, so many of these other women who started not that long before us with diamond painting anyway, because I really think that diamond painting, at least in North America, has been a fairly recent innovation. But anyway, one of the other things I'm interested in is following up on a video that I saw that Fancy Nancy posted quite a while ago. She actually got some footage, like some video footage from a company in China, showing them, you know, making the diamond paintings and, you know, getting a diamond painting ready for shipment and so forth. And I just thought that was so interesting. I love that video. I think I've watched it about 4 times. I'm interested in maybe going a little bit more in depth and seeing if I can, you know, come to some sort of an arrangement with, you know, one of the stores on AliExpress or Alibaba. Maybe Alibaba would be better because they're not necessarily resellers. They have their own factories or manufacturing or printing presses and stuff like that. So anyway, when I get to know a few more of the people, I might approach one or more of them to help with the series, and, you know, it'll be exposure for their stores as well. And so, you know, it might be something that they're interested in doing. I don't know. I figure I can't be the only person who's interested in the history and, you know, the how diamond paintings are made and all of that stuff. Like, I don't know. I mean, we spend so much of our free time doing this, and I just think it brings a little bit of richness to it, to know, you know, the history of it. Where does it come from? Who thought of it? All that stuff. Anyway, I am not catching up on all the comments here. I gotta catch up. So I'm reading Lynn, studied the turtle about 5 years ago, and the first leopard gecko 3.5 years ago. I just kept adding, kind of like diamond painting. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Do we have a regular? I'm no gardener either. I can kill it. Okay, I think I've seen that one. Yeah, 131444. Okay, so it seems like every continent has their own way of getting information and emergency services. That's great. It's good to know that, because if any of us are ever traveling in one of these countries, it would probably not be a bad idea to ensure that we know what the emergency numbers are in those places, or the information numbers are in those places, because one never knows. I like to plan, you know, I like to hope for the best, but plan for the worst. Now, when it comes to travel, that can mean packing a whole lot of extra luggage. So one has to temper one's pessimism, or else one has a lot of luggage to carry around. Hello, Beverly. I'm so glad you're joining us tonight. You know what? So you're saying you couldn't use the 3 or 4 drill placers. It took me a while before I was comfortable using them. I started on Baby Boy Blue and the Moon, for those of you who were watching that series. And it was so hard, and I had such a hard time keeping my lines straight and so forth. And I was only using a 3-placer at the time. But it's like anything else. With practice, you get better at it. Well, at least I did. And I can't imagine, Beverly, that you were a hopeless case who couldn't become proficient at it. It's just, you know, like if you're working on something that you really, really love and that you want to be perfect, sometimes it's hard to take I know this, but because this is me in many cases, it's hard sometimes to accept that, okay, it's not going to be perfect because I'm learning. And so the lines won't be straight or whatever. This is why, for me, I've seen people using that new wheel diamond placing tool. It allows you to place a whole bunch of diamonds at a time. You roll them onto a wheel, and then you roll the wheel onto your canvas. I mean, that looks super, super interesting. Oh, I got a phone call coming in. They can wait. That looks super, super interesting, but I think I might hold off buying one. Like I probably will eventually, but I'll hold off buying one until I become more proficient at all, because I haven't even tried like a 5-placer. I think I might have tried a 6-placer one time because I came across one that has some goop in it. That did not go well, apparently, because I put it back with my multi-placers and have never touched it again. All right, back to the comments. I love Nancy. She's very positive. Yeah, I love that about her too. Eskies, I'm just reading your comment about I can't believe how blessed you are. What I've learned about the diamond painting community is that it is made up of the most amazing people, like truly kind, generous, thoughtful people who are caring and who really are more than a bunch of people on the ends of computers. They seem to, from what I've experienced myself, just really have a level of humanity, a level of caring, respect for each other that sadly you don't see everywhere. But the other thing is that makes me so happy about the diamond painting community is that all of us are parts of a bigger community where we live, etc. And so it makes me really happy to know that there are people like all of you out in your communities bringing your goodness and your light to the people that you interact with on a day-to-day basis, face to face or in stores or wherever. So I think that's pretty great, and I feel privileged to have met you all virtually, but I'm so privileged. All right, let's see. You'd love to know the history too. Yeah, okay, so Cold Camp Crafter, this can be a project for both of us to the extent that we have time for it. It's not going to be something that I, devote myself 100% to, but it is something that I'm just stubborn enough that I want to know. And so I won't be satisfied until I know more than I do right now. And, maybe it developed very organically, and so there's not a lot of, written history to it. But one thing I thought I would do is on AliExpress, and I think Alibaba too, you can get how long stores have been in business on that platform. And so I was thinking of just looking for stores that had been in business, stores that sell diamond paintings that have been in business for a long time, a few years, because often it's like 3 years, 2 years, whatever. Oh, Pippi, you have to wait. And then getting in touch with some of those and asking, are you, do you know where this came from? Or is this just a business that you got into, you were riding on somebody else's bandwagon kind of thing. You just hopped on the bandwagon. I don't know. Anyway. I guess we'll all find out. Let's see. What am I missing? Rambling, okay, this is Diamond in the Rough. I'm the same. When I book travel insurance and notify Smart Traveler, I get the emergency numbers for where I'm going. Yeah, it's such a great idea. I've known a lot of young people who have hurt themselves, and I think sometimes more experienced or older travelers, whatever. You don't have to be you don't have to be old to be an experienced traveler, and you don't have to be an experienced traveler to be old. Whoops, what's that? Okay. Yeah, that's right. It's just crooked. Okay. But yeah, I think they kind of get it. Like I've known enough people who have injured themselves, stepping off a curb in Florida for Pippi. No, baby. What time is it? You know what? I'm gonna have to cut this short, much shorter than I had intended, because Pippi's making that I'm desperate noise. And so I am going to have to say goodnight to everybody. I'm so sorry. You kill plastic plants? Okay, I can't top that, Cole Camp Crafter. I just can't top that. You win the Black Thumb Award. That's it. I award the Black Thumb to Cole Camp Crafter. Oh, you're doing this little light of mine. Okay, so that is one of the Mandy Manzanos that I do absolutely love. It is such a beautiful, beautiful image. I'm a little bit envious of you for being working on that, but not that much, because I know that that I can get it sometime when I feel like doing another Mandy. Your first video. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much, Diamond Painting with Eskies. Oh my goodness. I can't believe someone took out your rose garden. It's hard because you pour yourself into that. I've never had a garden. I was one of those people who tore out the yard in my last house. It was the only house on my block that had grass in the backyard. I lived in central Ottawa, and the one thing about living in central Ottawa is, you don't get yards. I ended up buying a house that had a yard, and I didn't want a yard. I told my real estate agent when she was looking for houses for me, get me a place without a yard. I'm perfectly happy with that. It turned out that the house that I fell in love with had a yard, and it had grass in the backyard. And so it didn't have a garden. Okay. So I didn't rip out anybody's garden, but, a couple of years after I bought the house, when I had done the expensive, repair and maintenance work that needed to be done first to, get the house in, it wasn't unsafe. It needed this work, foundation work and stuff like that. Once I had that done, I got a gardener in. Well, I got a company in to rip out the garden, or rip out the grass and lay down. Well, first I had river rock, and then I had some crazy weed coming up through the river rock. So I ended up putting interlock down in the backyard. And that was fine until that crazy weed started growing up through the interlock. And then I thought, this is crazy. And that was around the time that I decided it was time for me to start looking for a condo. Okay, Pippi seems to be soothing herself by gnawing on a bone. So apparently she was not as desperate as I thought she was. So we've got a few more minutes. All right, let's see. Yellow roses are your favorite roses, Michelle. I had old English scented rose bushes that were climbers. Oh, that would have been so beautiful. Oh, Diamond in the Rough. Thank you for the compliment. I don't know what people normally talk about in lives, because I tend not to watch lives a lot. But I've had a few people ask me to do them. And so I thought, what the heck, I will. So I'm doing it my way. I don't know. Hopefully people enjoy it. Those who don't can go off somewhere else. That's okay. because there's something for everybody out there. And so I'm delighted if I can help bring you the kinds of things that you like, because that's good. Because that's good. You deserve to have the kinds of things you like. My Pippi is an absolutely sweet puppy. She's a rescue that I got 2 years ago now. May 20th was the day I picked her up. And she came up from San Antonio, Texas, where she was found as a stray. She is a Chihuahua mix. I don't know what the mix is. People have told me they think it's all kinds of different things. I don't know. I have no idea. She loves to go ratting. We have a field near my house, well, near the condo building that I live in, and she loves to go hunting for field mice there. And she'll chase a squirrel like nobody's business. So I don't know, maybe she has some terrier in her, but I'm sure that terriers are not the only dogs that like to chase squirrels and rats and things like that. So I don't know. She's just my sweet, 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 sweet girl. And she's back looking at me soulfully. Okay, I have to take care of Pippi. I gotta go take her out for her bedtime walk. So thank you everyone for checking in tonight. If you like this, let me know. And I'll try and do them more often. I know it's been a long, long time since I did my first one. And I'll try and do it in landscape mode next time if I can figure out how. I'm sure it's not rocket science, but it appears to be more than this person can manage. Anyway, yeah, let me know if you want me to do more of these things, and I will be happy to oblige you. For tonight, thank you so, so much. Nan, hello, welcome. I'm so glad you're able to join us. I see is that a baseball? Is that the Cubs logo on your whatever, your picture? Bye, Eskies. I'm gonna check out your channel because I don't think I had ever come across you before, but I wanna learn more about you. So that's what I'm gonna do after I come back from Pippi. Aw, thank you, Eskies. Thank you, Lynn. I want to thank everybody who stopped in tonight. It's been fun. It really has. And I can't believe that an hour has already passed. This is like the fastest hour of my life, which means that it was way too much fun. Way too much fun. Okay, everybody. Say goodnight to all of your friends here, because I'm going to be turning the camera off in about 10 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. I love this, and I love you. Bye-bye. Okay, Pippi, let's go. Let's go, baby girl. Let's go. Let's go.